Today we're going to be showing you guys how to make a chicken waterfall like this one presented here. Okay, step one is going to be digging a 3x8 hole in the ground that's 2 blocks deep. It should look something like this. After you have a hole in the ground, put water at one side of the hole so it's flowing to the other side. Just like this. Next we're going to punch out just below this. We're going to jump down into here. This is where all the fun gets to happen. Go down one more block. You can go down here infinitely, so if you don't like the sound of pistons, go down further. If you have a texture pack that makes pistons quieter or you don't mind the sound of them, you can stay right up here at the surface. For the demonstration purposes, we're going to stay right up here at the surfaces. Next. So from this middle block right here, this one, we need to go 8 blocks this direction. 5, 6, 7, 8. You need to be able to place water, and it needs to not flow into this block here. Do that for both sides. Next, take and carve out a tunnel up right here. This is going to be our bubble elevator tunnel. So on the bottom here, we're going to place a piece of soul sand. Just like that. Before we fill this with water, we're going to put in a piston here. You can use a regular piston for this. Slap it down. Now we have a piston. However, the piston isn't doing anything. So, we're going to go in here behind the piston. Give yourself a little bit of room to work with. For this demonstration, we're going to use 4 repeaters, each of them on max delay. We have 2 repeaters going in this direction, loops around. 2 repeaters coming back in this direction, feeds into a block directly behind this piston. Yes, this will work. To get it started, you're just going to take a redstone torch or a lever, place it next to a piece of redstone, and then immediately break it. As you can see, the piston fires off periodically. This is exactly what we want. You can go ahead and close that off, so now you can't get in there. Next, we're going to want some signs. I'm going to slap a sign down here, a sign down here. We'll also need we'll also need 2 trapdoors. The first trapdoor is going to get put right here. So these signs and this trapdoor, what they're essentially doing is blocking the water that's going to come up this bubble stream. So we can place the bubble stream water in now. Don't worry about this part. That part doesn't actually affect the flowing of the water, but they'll block the bubble stream water. We're going to toss some blocks in here. So now we have the ability for whatever item that falls into this, say we drop our sign in, it'll get pushed up here. See, my sign has just come back to me. It's beautiful. Next, build a chicken. This part is easier said than done. When you come to the beak, what you're going to want to do is slap his beak on him like this. Alright, time travel cut. From the future, fixing my mistake. This needs to be a sign. You can't use a trapdoor here, and then just put the carpet on top of the sign. There. Now we have something that looks kind of sort of like a chicken, if you're lucky. We're going to go around to the back of this chicken, and we're going to continue this bubble elevator flowing up until it gets to here. At which point, it starts to flow this way. Now, if we drop an item in, we're going to drop a piston in. It's going to go down there, get pushed into the bubble elevator, and then fall down through this beak. Probably should put a lid on that. Now you can fill out the back however you want. Leave this area as a 2x3, so the size of the beak don't fill any of that. This part here can just be completely covered up. You do not need to worry about that. And now we have a chicken waterfall. We add the chickens. There we go. Now you have chickens falling out of the sky. Infinitely. Just chickens. This is technically possible with any mob, but it looks best with chickens. Partially because they can fit in 1x1 spaces, and partially because they, like, float down instead of just free-falling.